Ladies and gentlemen, aliens, whatever you identify in this wonderful, beautiful world, welcome into the late show of Hunter Houston ESG podcast. Because some people, myself, uh, fall asleep sometimes because we just want to be fresh for the show. So we're running a little late. So my apologies to Will and everybody who came here to see the one, the only, who is back by popular demand and by email of threat of because apparently I did not give him a fair enough time to talk last week. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in from Next Level Games, the one, the only, the wizard himself of tech. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the one and only Kris. Kris, how are you, sir?
Hey everyone. I'm good.
Now, for those who are not familiar with you, even though they watched last show and complained, uh, what is the name of your store and what exactly is your specialty on these amazing controllers that you deal with?
So my store is Next Level Games and Repairs. We're in Shelby, North Carolina, and I buy, sell, trade games and consoles. We also do repairs, and we do some upgrades and mods. So with the controllers, we can install the Hall Effect joysticks inside, so they'll never get drift again.
So, like, let's say if I have an older system, if I have a original Xbox and I have a bad disk drive, you repair those as well.
We do. Original Xboxes can be a challenge right now because it's kind of hard to find parts for them. But when we're able to, we do fix those.
So what you're saying is just take it to GameStop and get the $30. No, I had
Nah,
talked.
I've got a whole graveyard of like original Xboxes, so I can pull from.
No, because I have four original Xboxes. Two of them actually have executioner chips in them, if you know what the executioner chip is. And
Sure.
then one is a soft mod, and then the other is actually another soft mod, but the disk drive has gone bad. And I'm just going to take it to GameStop and get the $30. I'm happy with the three that I have, and I probably need to send you one of the original ones that I have from way back in the day that I got in Baltimore. And get the disk drive actual fix so I can put in a bigger hard drive in it, 'cause I think it only has like I think it only has like what was back in the day the highest hard drive they have was like what 100 gigs or something like that.
Um, Most of the original Xboxes they had between like 6 and 10 gigs for the hard drive.
No, the one I had in it was much bigger drive. I'll have to take a look, but my drive is much bigger than that. But yes, the original system, or if you did the soft mod, you're looking at 8 gigs because you needed 2 gigabytes for actually operational purposes.
Yeah, and then there were a handful, like if you had one of the really late Xboxes, they had a couple more gigs, but it wasn't much. The difference was negligible.
Yeah, I actually sent a bunch of things over into our chat group about a different version of because I love old school games because I'm an old school person. I played Pirate Pete. Now I know you're not familiar with Pirate Pete. Pirate Pete is a different variation because there's three different variations of Jungle Hunt. If you know what Jungle Hunt is, you don't
I've
know
heard
what
of the
Jungle.
name, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, you would have to look at the MAME for it, and it's like I said, there's three different variations of it, and that variation is like the weirdest variation of the game. They added all this extra stuff. Probably came out 2 or 3 years later. It was from Tyco Games, and then there's the rip off of Tyco Games, and then there's the one that's like super racist. Well, it was by today's standard, it would be considered super racist. Now, let's give a shout out to the PlayStation Ain't Dead crew. And I probably need to send him a message saying that, hey, I am alive and well. That would be Will Schultz, aka LL Smooth, Sean the Man Powers, and Reggie Live. Hey, yo, check them out over on YouTube at PlayStation Ain't Dead. Check out Will at, let's see, what is it? His Twitter is Ain't Dead Will.
Will ain't dead.
Yeah, Will Ain't Dead at Twitter or Twix, whichever one you want to call it, or X.
X.
and then LL Smooth is just PlayStation Ain't Dead. And then of course Sean the Man Powers, his is Games Ain't Dead, which okay. Takes him forever to release a video. I'm gonna give him some crap. I watched his new video that I thought was pretty good. Now, before we get it going here, what are you drinking today, sir?
The usual diet Sundrop.
Okay, got your North Carolina going on with the PD Pablo.
Yeah.
Me, I just have some water here, and I have. Do you ever drink a healthy shake, or you're not a shake guy?
I've tried a couple from the place that's like next to my store.
Okay, I'm
They
I'm
do the
having
like
a
Herbalife stuff.
I'm having a kale, blueberry, strawberry, and a whole bunch of other stuff that's just mixed in it, and it was better 3 hours ago. Now it's just soft crap. So I'm just drinking soft crap. So to the boys and girls and everybody, salute to you. I'm gonna drink some of this water to take care of this crap. That was better 3 hours ago when I should have drunk it, but I chose not to.
Yeah, I don't think that that'd be very good if it's been sitting for a couple hours.
It is not that great, sir. But rather than throwing it away, I'm going to drink it because I asked somebody to make it for me, and by them making it for me, and I don't drink it, I'm setting a bad example. So there you go. I'm gonna drink that crap because it tastes like crap. Now, what are you still? What are you playing this week, sir?
This week I've mostly just been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
For Switch 2 or for uh, the Nintendo Wii U or for the Nintendo Switch?
Switch 2.
So, what's the difference on the Switch 2 versus of them just giving you an actual working map?
There's a huge boost, like graphically. If you have it docked to the TV, it runs in 4K at 60 FPS and it has HDR and it looks really nice.
So, is there anything else other than the map changing and just a graphical update with a facelift, or is it just pretty much exact same game? Can you make it
It's pretty
easier?
much the same game. They added like that, whatever that thing is you can do with the Switch Online app, but I've never tried that, where you're supposed to be able to take notes and stuff in the game.
And on oh, so basically that the Dark Souls where it tells you like, hey, this thing's going to be hard here, or because they also have that in what is it, Blood
Yeah,
Bloodborne? Yeah, they also have that in
it's like
Bloodborne.
it's an app you download, but I haven't downloaded it and tried it.
You have to download an app for the game.
Yeah, to use the new features, it's weird. That's why I never tried it. Like you have to download the app on your phone
Does it work for every game or just for only that game?
for just the like the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
So it's just for those two games.
Oh,
Now, will it also basically be for Legend of Zelda as well?
what like the new Ocarina of Time thing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's right here though. It's on like the Switch app. I don't know if you can see that.
I see a little bit in some blur, but that's okay. Um,
Yeah, it says
okay, yeah,
Zelda
okay, yeah, I
Notes,
see it now. Splatoon 3, Zelda Notes. Okay, all right.
but I have no
Yeah,
idea what that is,
to
so I
me,
don't.
it's like you need an extra app. So in other words, could I put that app on my tablet and actually use it on my tablet? Because it'd probably be more useful. Because again, there's unless you got one of those folding flip phones that are expensive as hell, it's kind of like too
Don't
small,
buy those.
huh?
Don't buy those folding phones.
Well, I wouldn't buy
They
one
they die
myself.
they die after like they die after like a year or two.
Oh, I figured as much. I would never buy one because it's like what a like almost a $3,000 phone at that point.
I bought one of the older ones, the
Uh
Fold 3,
huh.
and I paid like 800 bucks for it on eBay. and the thing lasted me maybe a year and a half, and then the inside screen stopped working,
Hot damn. All right.
and
Well, ladies
I
and
was pissed,
gentlemen,
so I won't buy one of those again.
I would like to share some news with some people because there is some weird things going on, and the weirdest thing that I have seen here recently that do you ever drink energy drinks?
Not really.
Okay, well I know some people who do. Shout out Residence Daryl. He drinks energy drinks all the time, and there's this new drink that's coming out that you may or may not know about. And let me get here to show you here in just a second about this super weird drink, if I can. So it'll come up here. It's being picky. Let me see here. Will said, "Good evening, guys," and it says it's about time.
Hey, Will.
Will's like, "It's about time." Will, I'm sorry. I told him that I had took a cat nap because I was tired and I wanted to be fresh for the show. And I made him. Basically, my wife keeps it as cold has balls in this house, and I'm not even joking. She keeps it unbelievably cold in this house, and I had to throw on a couple of extra blankets in order to like be able to sleep without basically being waking up. Long story short, um, it basically hit around. I was starting to burn up, and for some reason, I guess the air or something went off or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh shit. And so I'm running and I hit him up and everything. And I was like, oh man, because that's totally unprofessional of me. So, yes. So I am sorry, Will. I apologize profusely to Kris. And Kris was like, what? They're like, oh, that's okay. Now,
Hey, yeah, shit happens.
it, well, usually it doesn't happen that badly to me. Now, you said you're playing. Is there any other game that you're playing besides Breath of the Wild?
Me and Will have been playing Worms and PUBG multiplayer
Now,
on the PS Live.
for those who don't know about PUBG, PUBG's been out forever. But the problem I have with PUBG is that like it has a huge community that hasn't died out. So shout out to the people who continue to play it. But I felt like sometimes it's just overwhelmingly big because I tried it out a few times, and it's like sometimes it feels like you can go for at least a good 10, 15 minutes without seeing anybody. Or sometimes, hell, I think I was playing the game for 30 minutes before I saw somebody, and I was like, well, this may not be for me.
It's more fun when you play with friends. Like if you play duos or you play squads, it's a lot of fun.
So, do you ever feel like, hey, this is kind of overwhelming to you, or because you're playing with somebody else? I mean, if you're playing by yourself, do you feel like, it's not as fun? But if you have a friend with you, it's like, okay, you're working together as a team. And I thought you really
Yeah.
couldn't work together as a team in that game if it's a single player game.
What, PUBG?
Hmm.
No, it's like a battle royale multiplayer.
So it's every man for himself,
Yeah.
but yet you work together with Will.
Yeah, you can do duos where it's teams of two, or you can do squads.
Okay, I was just making sure because to me, that was kind of like that's kind of messed me up because I just thought like, okay, well, if it's a multiplayer game, then what are we doing wrong here? The radical one said, "What's up, Kris? You live?" So Kris is basically saying, "What's up to you?" It's been begging
What are you
him
talking about?
for Resident Evil 6. Said he's going to play multiplayer with Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, I've been waiting on Reggie to get back with me to play multiplayer.
For those who don't know,
You
Reggie
enjoy
Live
Resident Evil
or the
6.
Radical One Reggie, he is all over YouTube. He's basically everywhere. The guy is like the king of any expo. If there's an expo that happens, you don't really do it with. It's like the Godfather. You go to him with a favor, and it's like, you come to me on my daughter's birthday and asking me for a favor to come to your expo. Uh, so those are the type of things that you get with the Radical One, Reggie Live. And then, of course, if you want to watch really good content and solid content, and where he breaks down some of his videos, it's really amazing. So check out the Radical One himself, Reggie. But yes, he's wondering why you haven't really played anything with him. Again, I understand that he's an unbelievably busy guy, and he's also, and I did not mention him, or did I mention him when I mentioned PlayStation 8 Dead? I'm pretty sure I mentioned him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the PlayStation 8 Dead podcast.
And he just pops in and out. Like I said, he's his own entity. He is everywhere you want to be. Um, Now, what
He's the
store?
expert in hidden gems, and he is also the expert at Guilt for the game Guilt for the PS5, Switch, and PC. If you haven't played it, you've got to buy it and play it. It's a great game.
It's called Guilt.
It's Reggie's favorite game. Well, one of his favorites.
Is that like a RPG?
GYLT. No, it's like survival horror. It's kind of like Silent Hill, but not quite as dark.
Okay. So I want to take a look at this right here. And ladies and gentlemen, if there's a new drink that you need, or you were thinking about getting a new drink, then this might be the drink for you. And this is Golf Girl Spit. Or if you could take a look at this here, new Golf Girl Spit energy drink sells out. For some reason, people like Golf Girl Spit. What do you
What?
think about this? Would you drink this?
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I did not put it on the screen for everybody to see it. That's my fault. I should have put it on the screen for everybody to see it. That is my fault. I thought I put it on the screen for everybody to see the golf girl spit. Hold up, my bad. I gotta put
Then
it where you can see it. There we go. Do you see it now?
what the hell is that?
Golf girl spit.
Okay,
Hold up, me root through it here.
I'm not drinking that.
So it is a sugar, or is it a virtual sugar-free drink created. And let's see here. Let's see the picture for it. Let me go over to the images for it here. That's even better. There we go. And apparently, it is selling out and is a real drink.
So it's like the gamer girl bathwater.
Something like that, but I don't think it's as bad as Gamer Girl Bathwater. Because that's probably the worst thing you could get. I saw this a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I'm going to hang on to this to make sure this is something real, because this could be something that someone made as a joke. But apparently, this is real, and people are buying this crap. And again, just like you said, when the whole the bathwater, I forgot this girl's name because she made a ton of money and then she just bugged the hell out. What was her
Oh,
name? Daphne or something or
Bell
other?
or something. Yeah.
The fact is that somebody would buy some bathwater is crazy, but I just thought this was a great story about Golf Girl Spit energy drink, because sometimes you need somebody to spit on you and then drink it. So Golf Girl energy drinks for the emu or Golf Girl in you. And
How much is it getting
again,
scalped for?
I thought it was just the most weirdest thing ever. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that, with something that weird being done. But I was like, what does Chris think about this? Would you carry this in your store?
Hell no. No.
You don't think you would have anybody from your store who would want to drink that?
Oh, there's definitely some people that want to drink that, but I don't want to carry that. Ugh.
Now, speaking of your store, is there? I've worked at GameStop. Has a manager, has a key holder, has a assistant manager, and then has like part timer during the holidays to keep my to do whatever I wanted to do. Um, I have so many weird stories from during my time during that. Uh, what are stories that you could share that you would consider weird or strange? Not just the average customer being dumb, but basically a customer that like they they want something, but then when you have it, they don't buy it. I've had numerous episodes of when a customer comes in and they want something, and then when you tell them the price, they kind of talk themselves out of buying it. Have you had any situations like that where it's like, oh, it became too much for them, and then they're like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's like a daily occurrence.
Like I wanted
But
this specialty game.
the problem is like so much weird shit happens on a daily basis, and the stuff that we see, it's like it doesn't even phase me anymore. Like it stuff that the average person would just freak out is just like a normal occurrence on a daily basis.
What, you have people coming in here, it's like, "Hey, I will, do whatever you want for, like, a video game. Hey, I know you have that one PlayStation 1 game that has the girl from Mega Man in it. What can I do for you in order to get the game?"
I haven't had that yet.
Okay. I
Um,
actually had that when I worked at a pawn shop, and I'm like, "No, thank you. You're gross." Um,
oh
you
no,
you
can you display videos on here?
I can display videos on here, but I prefer not to show anybody anything that's more of
Okay.
a PlayStation ain't dead kind of thing. I just like to do little
Uh-huh.
silly things here and there. But I
Yes.
figured your best stories would, like I said, something easy is if someone says, "Hey, I want this and I don't want this." I always think the best thing is when someone has like a. Has anybody ever asked for a recommendation of a game and you gave them a great recommendation and they weren't smart enough to play the game?
Oh yeah, I've got this one customer that he shops me pretty regularly. At first, so the first time he came in, I kind of thought he might be an asshole because he was just the way he talked and stuff. But I've come to realize that's just how he is. He seems like a good guy now. But he's the pickiest gamer I've ever met in my entire life. Like every game, he just shoots it down. It's like he hates all these games. Why does he even have a PlayStation? Just watch Netflix. It's like I tell oh, he told me Baldur's Gate 3. He wanted to get Baldur's Gate 3. He bought it from me. Then he comes back 3 days later and trades it in and says the game was shit. And he's like it was an RPG and the old ones weren't like that. And I'm thinking the old ones are RPGs too. So
It's the
and then
exact
if you
same
tell
game. The only difference is it's a little bit more, newer when it comes to a few things.
he told me that the Indiana Jones game is horrible because it's only first person and he hates first person games and then he went on a rant for 10 minutes telling me about how all games need the option to change between third and first person.
Well, look, man, I'm not going to argue with him
Yeah.
there, but because that
Yeah.
customer said that, that leads into a very good segue into, ladies and gentlemen, GTA 6 has released its cover, for those who don't know. And this cover, what does it inspire when you see this cover here? Does it inspire anything new? I mean, do you think this cover will change how you feel about the game itself?
I think it's about what I expected, like for the cover. It kind of just reminds me of GTA 5's cover or GTA 4's. Yeah.
It's more like GTA 4 than it is 5. Now, do you think because of everything they're showing on this cover, the one girl here, I don't know if you saw it, where the girl has like the Miami, it's basically a Miami Dolphin style Jersey. They did have one. I don't know if it was from them or from someone else, where it was a quote unquote a trans girl. So I don't know if they're borrowing from that. But what do you take away from this? And basically, the pre-orders will be up next week, June 25th, if I am correct. Uh, so will you be pre-ordering it, or will you be waiting for a little bit more information?
So I don't usually pre-order games, but I might pre-order it.
And will your
I mean,
store be
it's
carrying
definitely going to be a day
actual?
one buy.
Will your store be actually carrying the physical copy?
I wish we could. Like, I'm not quite big enough
Now, do you think the physical
to do
copy will be
a day
day one,
one.
or it will be set for next year?
From what it sounds like, physical copy's going to be day one.
Two disc or
Yeah,
one disc?
that's a good question. It's probably going to be one disc and then like require a mandatory download when you put it in. Like a day one, like it's going to have a big day one patch, kind of like these other games. It's like Sean's favorite games, the key cards.
Two discs are in this game. One's the install disc, and one's the actual game. And it's what, 175 for this right here for Final Fantasy Rebirth. So that to me makes me wonder, will it be 3 disc? Because I'm assuming it's going to be at least 220. I think it's going to be the first game that's
Man,
220.
you think it's going to be that big?
If it's going to be twice the size, and actually they said 3 times the size of Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 was 2 disc. Will Will
Yeah.
from Will Ain't Dead and PlayStation Ain't Dead says game key disc. Yes, probably will be a game key disc.
Yeah, it's Sean's favorite way for games to be sold, the key cards and the key discs.
Now, do you have a lot of Switch 2 games come in that have that basically are not reusable, or you've had people bring them back and say that they couldn't use them?
Oh no, the Switch 2, the if you don't have a Switch 2 or you've never really messed with one, the game key cards, they act exactly like a normal cartridge. It's just when you put it in your Switch, it downloads an update. Like it literally comes up as update data if you go in your system settings. So you can take it out, put in as many Switch 2s as you want, and play the game. It just plays like any other cartridge. It's just it requires a download before you can play it.
So you've had nobody bring you anything that says, "Hey, this Switch game is not working because of the key card," or anything like that, or they've used
No,
the little bit of the mod thing where you put you download it onto, I forgot what that thing's called.
oh, the MIG thing.
Yes, the MIG switch.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's the MIG switch. That's kind of an overblown issue. I don't know of anyone that's encountered issues with that.
Now, do you think that basically Nintendo is really cracking down? Because remember, they will quote unquote kill switch your system at a drop of a hat, and that's the one thing I think a lot of people had a problem with, and they still does turn off some people. It's like, well, what if I make a mistake? What if I put in the wrong information? What if I don't know. Like, let's say for the sake of argument, you have a 3DS. Okay, I'm just going to use this as a sake of argument, and you have the Game Shark or the Save Genie or whatever it is. And so, let's say if they had something like that for the Nintendo Switch too, and you decide to use that, and they said, okay, you're using something to modify your save. We just kill switch your whole system. Your whole system's kaput, all because you just wanted to basically modify your save. Uh, do you think they would
Yeah.
do that, or you think they'd basically say, "Nah, that's not an issue"? I think they would kill your system.
So it's hard to say on the cheating aspect. I know the piracy aspect, they definitely do. Like the MIG switch, if you use the MIG switch cartridge in your Switch, your Switch 100% gets banned. But it's not like, say someone copies a game, a real cartridge, and
Mhm.
puts it on your mixed Switch,
Okay.
and then they sell that other cartridge or trade it in somewhere. The person that gets banned is the one that's using the big Switch, not the real cartridge.
Well, then that shouldn't be a
Because
problem then. See, I was thinking the person that actually used the cartridge was getting banned. So it seemed
no,
like
because
there's some
they're
misinformation there.
identifying the mix switch cards. So if you put that don't put that thing anywhere near your switch. Because if you put that mix switch in your switch, your system will get banned.
Harley says, "Hey," to Radical. Harley's in the chat. For those who don't know, she's one of the moderators, or the what people call the heart and soul of the PlayStation 8 Dead podcast. So, Kris, do you feel like right now that Nintendo is actually like in your store? Are people actually buying more? I saw that you had put on your little Facebook marketplace, or the Facebook page for your store, that you have more Nintendo Switch 2s in. Are you finding that more people are buying them now because of all the new things that are coming out, or is it just like a slow drip now? Because basically the whole, you know, the whole faucet of, hey, we don't have a lot, now we have a lot, now do you want to buy one?
So there's definitely an influx of people that are interested in the Switch 2 now. Like I get people calling me all the time, mostly to ask if I have any used ones, but I don't. I only have new ones. But typically, what a lot of people are doing is they're taking their existing Switch or their Switch OLED, trading it in to me towards the Switch 2, and they're upgrading to the Switch 2.
So basically, they're trying
Because,
to get it with store credit. Now, on the new one, you don't give a store credit toward a new one, do you?
yeah, you can use your store credit on anything in my store.
See, a lot of stores will not let you use store credit on new product. I know a couple
Yeah.
of mom and pop stores here, and
And
when it's a new product that they paid cash for, they will not let you use store
see,
credit.
and that's bullshit. Like, if you're trading your stuff in for credit, you should be able to use it on anything in the store.
Well, that's how they got it set up. This shop is right here by my house, and I go there from time to time to get some PS3 games, to get some Skylander characters, because they do have a ton of Skylander characters, and they also got the Disney Infinity characters. And I know you don't carry them because they eat up so much freaking room. They're all on my
Yeah.
back showcase right there, where all my Xbox and Wii games are and stuff. But those Disney Infinity characters eat up so much room. The ones that are hardest to find are Alice in Wonderland characters. If you probably don't collect the Disney Infinity characters, and then the ones from Zootopia, because they were supposed to put out some from Moana, and they were actually made, but they never got sent out to the general public. Only basically developers got those, if I'm correct, when it comes to the Disney Infinity characters.
Interesting.
Now I have the Zootopia. I do have the Alice in Wonderland characters. And note, for those who are collectors of those things, guess how many times Johnny Depp's character, because he plays different characters within the Disney universe, guess how many character figurines that he has?
How many?
Three.
Oh, wow.
He has the one from The Long Ranger. He plays Tonto. Okay, that's one. He has the Pirates of the Caribbean, which is Jack Sparrow, and he also plays the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. So he has uh, all three characters for Disney Infinity. He's
That's
the
pretty cool.
He's the only character that has that. So there we go. I did some fun nerd fact for a game that no one cares about. And the thing was, if Disney didn't take down the whole, like, because the creator world for that whole game was amazing. If you got a chance to, before they shut it down, they had some of the most created worlds that people made. All these different worlds, like the Nightmare Before Christmas world that someone made, was awesome. If you got to download those things, I know on PC you can still download everything because PC's much better than console, and they find a way to keep things going. But when it comes to console, you're kind of screwed and you have to make your own. I made a few worlds for my child, and she has yet to touch it ever again. Like I think it's like 3 or 4 years ago. No, I think when she turned like 5, she's like, I don't want to play this anymore, and then started playing real games because it's more of a kid friendly sandbox game, and she's more of a I don't do that.
I always thought it looked interesting. Like I never tried it, but I did
Do
try the Skylanders on PS4, I think, and it was okay. But
See, I always thought Skylanders was the best Skylanders game to me. The one that's not only just kid friendly, and for those who don't know, Skylanders is basically Diablo for children, and you just have collectible dragons and stuff like that lying around your house. Um, is Swap Force. Swap Force to me, I have like 4 different variations of Swap Force. I have it for the PS3. I have it for the what is it? I have it for them because I think it's on. Was it three? It's on three. It's on 3DS, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure
yeah,
it's on 3DS. And then I also have it for the Xbox X Series or for the Xbox One. And I think it, like you just said, it was on PS4.
mm,
And I don't have the PS4 version because I don't. Did they make the disc for PS4?
the PS4 one is like super expensive.
Yeah, it's super
It's
expensive. The
it's
Xbox One is
it's like
fairly
it
like
goes to like
$30 or
150
something like that.
bucks, I think. Well, let me check. I think it's right around like 150 bucks
Yeah, it's
complete.
got to be super expensive, man. Thomas, you tell
Swap
those
Force.
store owners that they jerk off. Dude, I'm serious though, man. I have went in that store before. I don't want to say anything bad about the store because I go into that store all the time. But yes, if you bring in trade-ins, they will not let if they have something that they bought themselves that they didn't get in a trade-in, they will not let you use it toward that store. And that is kind of lame.
That's bullshit. And there's another store, like I'm not naming any names. There's another store that's done similar stuff to that. And I think that's horrible. Like if you're bringing them stuff, you're trading in your collection and stuff. You should be able to use
Oh,
that on
I think it's
anything.
unbelievably unfair. Now, no, they've given me some decent store credit on like some Blu-rays. I think they gave me more than I deserved on some Blu-rays one time, and I got a ton of like GameCube, Wii stuff that I needed. So, shout out for them giving me a better deal than I probably deserved. Now, speaking of a good deal or a better deal, there is a certain thing that every seems like every Sunday that we all get together and play a certain game. Now, I hope you know where I'm going with this. Uh, Basically, Call of Duty is bringing back Black Ops 1 and 2 coming to the PS5. Now, apparently, it will be no update. It's just going to be whatever update that currently is on the Xbox, which is not even a facial upgrade. I think it's just a PC version of those two games. Or they're just going to give us the PS3 version with the integrated of the Xbox Live online because they did that like last year for these games. Do you think you're going to be picking these bad boys up, or do you think that no, you're not going to get Black Ops 1 and 2? Because I don't know if it's going to come with zombies or not, but I know the multiplayer is going to be there because I love number 2.
If it has zombies, I'm definitely picking it up.
And I do not know if it's going. I mean, it's showing physical, but I don't know if it's going to be physical day one, and it comes out in July. So
I don't think they'll make a physical for it at all. I think it'll just be digital. Kind of like
I
the
think,
Modern Warfare 2 campaign they did that was remastered.
yeah, I really think it's going to be just a digital only, and I don't even think this is a cash grab because you can play all the 360 ones, which I have all the 360 ones, right now. Uh, so again, this is basically saying, hey, we've had these for a while. We've been playing them on the PC. We've been playing them on the Xbox. Let's try to get that extra money and kind of bring these over because the PS3 what PS3 Online's been dead for how many years now? Except for the store, right?
No, you can still play Black Ops 1 and 2 on the PS3. It actually still has like a pretty decent community from what I've heard.
Now, I know for a fact is that that every Sunday the PlayStation 8 Dead crew in their Discord all get together and play because I am sometimes a part of that group. Uh, a little bit of a Call of Duty Warzone, and let me just say that sometimes it goes well, and sometimes if you are in the Discord while people are playing, and we just happen to be chatting, you may hear things that are uncouth toward your ears. I would say you may want to hold your ears because Sean is a great storyteller with a very filthy mouth, and so am I. Not in a good way, in a bad way.
Yeah, it gets interesting sometimes.
It gets very interesting. Now, I want to ask you actually before I actually I'm going to go ahead and mention this to you. Uh, how do you feel about games changing their release date?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, if they need to delay a game to fix stuff, I'm all for it because I'd rather you delay it than release something that's just buggy and broken.
Well, what do you think
But
about a
if you
game
now if they
releasing it
uh,
earlier than they were supposed to? So it's rumored that Only Miss You, Way of the Sword, is going to release its game ahead of schedule. If you're looking over here, it was originally September 25th of this year, and now it's going to allegedly be pushed up to September 4th because they don't want to go up against because there's a lot of competition this month. I did a whole show talking about how much competition, how everybody is kind of scared of going against you know the one and only Grand Theft Auto, and of course um, Godzilla. And look, the game that's going to take everybody by storm. You're talking about November being crazy with a heavy hitter. Barbie's new horse adventure game is coming out in November as well. And look, man, that's going to take people out, buddy.
oh, Sean can't wait for that one.
That to me is going to be a big game, bigger than most people probably think, and that's kind of wild and crazy. But no, with them moving up their release date, does that really change how? In other words, did you have that on your radar to pre-order? Because I played the demo. You can get the demo right now on PS5 or on Xbox X Series and play it. And it's a great demo. I mean, it's about a good hour. It feels like about an hour and 30 minutes long, but it's about a good hour long defense. So basically, it's a tutorial walking you through the game.
Honestly, not at all. Like, I don't know anything about the game. I've never really looked into it. But
So you never played any of those games before?
no, I've never played them.
Really?
I
Now,
know there's a lot of stuff that I need to play.
well, so speaking of games that you need to play, okay, there is a new game that is getting ready to come out. Actually, it's an old game being remastered, and it comes out in November too. Are you familiar with what I'm getting ready to tell you it is, or no? That
Possibly.
game is Godzilla and Destroy
Oh,
All Monsters, if
destroy
I'm
all.
correct. And you can actually pre-order it right now at Best Buy. Um, so it is worth picking up. It's a great game. I have it for the Nintendo Wii. I have it for the Xbox. But right now I don't know if it's on sale or it's priced incorrectly at Best Buy. But Godzilla to me is definitely worth picking up. They're adding some extra stuff to it, but it's just a remastered version of it. And to me, it's so much better than the PS4 version. The PS4 game was unbelievably the worst game I've ever played. Now, I had a friend talk about this game and said he wished that they would do more with destroying of the buildings. And I'm like, dude, there's only so much they can do. I mean, not everybody is Battlefield where destroying the building is unbelievably pretty.
I'm excited to see what they do with this one. Like, it was definitely unexpected when they announced it. It was the last thing I'd expect, Godzilla. But it was a fun game on the GameCube.
No,
Like,
I
that's what I
loved it.
remember playing it on.
Will's like sell it now before the price drops. Yeah, so yeah, people who are collectors, and again, shout out to the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. They actually pretty much same thing with the Radical One Reggie. Will basically let you know when you need to sell and buy. They're like the stock market of knowing when to get rid of a game. So if you ever want to get rid of a game or you're a collector, they pretty much tell you like, hey, this is the time to sell and this is the time to buy. They're definitely worth knowing about those type of things.
Insider trading.
Oh, to me, I think it is game. You know, they're not as bad as those people. Who are the clowns who rate games? Like they grade them.
Oh, Wada and stuff?
Yeah, you know, they're kind of the worst because they will basically like they'll take some obscure game that was just absolute trash, or sometimes something that's a popular game that was over manufactured, and try to say, well, this was graded blah blah blah, and so now it's worth this much money. No, it's a trash game that no one's going to play. I don't understand. It's like I understand if you have the very first Mario game or you have like a Mario mistake game or something like that, then yes, that's worth money. Or like the old Atari, like certain old Atari games should be worth money. I don't think ET should be worth any money because I got that for my birthday one year, and that was the biggest disappointment in my life. Trust me, I've been let down by some bad games. That is the worst game. And then when you found out how long it took them to program it, then you even feel even more upset. They programmed that game, I think, in like less than a week.
ET, like, it's a bad game, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's the worst game out there, though. Like,
Dude, I played a ton of Atari 2600 games. It is one of the worst games because you don't know like what you're expecting because this came out around the time ET came out, and it totally destroyed me. Because of course everybody loved that stupid movie, and
oh, yeah.
it and now it's like if you've never seen the original version and all you've seen is the remaster version, I pity you, and I mean that literally. I pity you because that to me is like one of the worst things that you could have ever seen is that particular thing. And
See,
I
I've never seen the re-release of it. I've only seen the original version, but I
okay,
know they, like,
so
changed a bunch of stuff.
so
They edited
they're
it.
they're not holding guns when they're trying to get ET. They're holding they're holding walkie talkies. And the thing is, when they re-released it, I think it was about for like the 20th anniversary or whatever. They changed so many different things and made it unbelievably horrible. And
That's
I'm
stupid.
talking about horrible, horrible when they released it. It was just so bad. I mean, it was just so bad. You have no idea how bad that was, man. And the thing was, is people were okay with it.
Well, and that's the thing. They're like streaming services and stuff. I think that's the only version that they're showing on there, isn't it?
Yes,
Like
that is the
they
only version
basically
they're selling.
replaced
And
the
this is
they
why I tell
basically
people:
replaced the original.
Does your store also do DVDs and Blu-rays?
No, but it's something I definitely want to do at some point. Right
Okay,
now,
because
just like space is a concern for that.
because I would tell anybody to actually own the physical copy because every copy that you watch digitally has been like deleted, edited,
Altered.
enhanced in some type of way where you don't understand what they actually did, or something's been small little details been cut out, and you're like, it's the whole was it Mandela effect where it's like that's not how I
Yeah,
remember it. Yeah, you're right. It's not how you remembered
yeah,
it, and they
they're
actually
doing
did
that in
screw it
other
up.
movies too.
Oh yeah,
Like there's
ton of 'em.
plenty of movies they're doing that in. They're cutting little bits out or changing things just to make it more, I guess, appropriate.
Oh, dude, you have
which
no
is
idea. This is
which
why
is
I'm so glad
stupid.
I own so many
Like,
different type of movies. Like I own watching Bloodsport or watching some of these older movies, or imagine probably watching the modern day Gladiator versus having it on DVD or Blu-ray from like years ago. Guarantee you, they probably screwed up Gladiator in some form of way. But this is my favorite part of the show that I brought back for everybody. That I'm actually going to go over here and take a look at it, and let's get this little the whole. I love this so much because people said, where did the how dare you come from? Came from this
School on the other side of the
came from
ocean,
this little
yet
girl when she
you all
was a
come
little
to
girl when
us
she's
young
17.
people
Now she's an
for
adult and
hope.
she's inseparable
How
now.
dare you?
How dare you? I love this. I love that so much. How dare you? It's so amazingly annoying. So amazingly annoying. How dare you? Talk about the money.
Growth! How dare you?
So, for those who don't know, this is where we get to say a nice little horrible thing about, or just do a little rant. So, I'm going to do my
We
little
also
rant.
rely on
Look
my
at that.
generation
Life, my
sucking
generation,
hundreds.
the carbons. Now I'm worried about all these horrible things. So, would you like to go first today, sir, or would you prefer I go first?
sure, I'll go first.
What is your
So
how dare you?
mine relates back to what you said about the movies, and that's changing digital games, well, and pulling stuff out of games. Like, first example, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. They re-released it digitally on the PS4. They
Yep.
completely butchered it. They like just they gutted the soundtrack and ripped so many songs out of it. It's not even the same game anymore. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
I didn't
And
even
then
know if they
Crazy
ripped the game.
Taxi did the same thing.
They ripped out now. Did they rip out the the talk channel as well, or did they mess that up as well too?
Yeah, they gutted it. Like, they completely gutted it. They replaced because they didn't want to pay for licensing again. They replaced like half the soundtrack and half the radio stations. And the
Now I can
same with
understand.
that HD version, the HD trilogy, it has the same problem. And
So
then like
this is why you
Crazy
should have the
Taxi.
PS2 version, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the only way to play it.
Now
And then
my
Crazy
question is,
Taxi,
what
they
about the
did that.
remasters that were for the 360 and for the PS3?
They didn't do remasters of Vice City or 3, but they did that one of San Andreas,
Yep.
and from my understanding, they altered some stuff in it, but it wasn't quite to the extreme. They took some of the songs out of the radio station that they didn't have licensing for. But then when they re-released San Andreas again, they took even more out. So there's like three different versions.
Of San Andreas.
Yeah,
Now you know that they brought back. If you checked out the newest videos for, just say from them talking, that they brought back everything from San Andreas and from GTA 4. So you can work out, you can get in better shape, you can eat yourself into like where you become a fatso, or and then they also brought back where you can go on dates. So remember in number 4, even though 4 had a very slow pitch and a slow version, you could go on dates, just randomly dates. I think it was like their version of like, I don't know, I guess their version of Tinder or whatever. So I think they may bring something like that back. And like you
yeah,
take, remember when you take a girl to the bowling alley? It was like, yes, every girl wants to go to the bowling alley on the first date.
yeah. And you can play darts. You can do other stuff
Yeah, you
too.
can play darts, you can play
You can do
billiard.
fast
So they're
food.
bringing all that back, and it's like, yes, a girl wants to go play darts or bowling on the first date because sure, why not? No girl wants to do that, by the way. Unless the girl's really interested in you, she will tolerate bullshit. But most of the time, they won't tolerate that because that's something that's a young person date. Once you reach a certain age, you have to be a professional, whether you want to or not. Or if it's like a Tinder hookup, then that's different because you've already agreed on terms. That's for a different show. this is a family friendly show. This is not something like that. I don't know. Now, my how dare you is to the Star Wars universe and this stupid Star Wars racing game, this pod racing game. Nobody wants those type of games. Nobody wants the RTS Star Wars game. I'm sorry. The pod racing, we want Jedi's kicking each other's ass. We want basically lightsabers jumping around, dismembering people, being violent, being able to be a Sith Lord, being able to be a Jedi Knight, and absolute just dominating or crushing people in the most violent way possible.
Oh,
So
come on, don't talk crap about Pod Racer game.
I cannot
Episode 1
put it this way.
Racer.
I hate racing games to an extent, but I really hate Star Wars racing games. Did you ever play the pod racing game in the arcade?
Never played the arcade one, but I played like the N64 and the Dreamcast one.
I hate those games. I hate them with a passion. I cannot stand because the fact is like this was something that George Lucas, but basically his kids wanted in the thing, and then he made it a bigger deal than it needed to be. That almost made me hate. Literally, there's a fan edit version of Phantom Menace where the pod racing is cut out of the thing. I mean, literally, it's cut out. They cut out at least like an hour and like 10 minutes of it. They cut out almost all the Jar Jar Binks scenes, which were unnecessary as well. But the pod racing being cut out was the greatest thing ever. Fan edits exist for a reason because the fans know what people want. But the pod racing was just because George Lucas kids liked racing at the point in time. That's the reason. And basically said, you know what? Kids love racing. Let's make it a 30-minute long thing. That was unnecessary. And then the fact is like you had to make scenes longer. Well, you haven't seen all the Star Wars. You're not a big Star Wars fan, but you basically made scenes longer because of basically Anakin Skywalker was basically prepped as this guy who like he could see things forehand. So it's like, oh, we're gonna make all his star fights and everything much longer because he can somewhat see the future because he's the chosen one. But yet you kind of lost that when spoiler alert because this is only like a 20-year-old movie now. When he got beat by Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar. It's like if he can see the future and he can see vastly into the future, regardless if he's evil or not, shouldn't you be able to see it? You're going to get your ass whooped by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So needless to say, you won't be pre-ordering the new racing game.
No, I hate that. There's only two racing games I would recommend to any human being on this planet. Any Forza, um, like Horizon game, those are just fun. Those are just relaxing. They're peaceful. They're fun games. You can just cruise and just enjoy the scenery. And whoever did those is a freaking genius, or just a Forza game in general. If you're a gearhead, because those are really good. And then Cruising USA. Those are also just fun and amazing games. And then what's the other one that I think the world of? Of course, Mario Kart, because Mario Kart does the rubber band effect. You're familiar with the rubber band effect, correct?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
played
that's why
lots of
Mario
Mario.
Kart's great because Mario Kart's not stupid. It's like, hey, you're losing. We're gonna rubber band you up to the front or keep you near the front by giving you some amazing special. Whereas this is where Sonic Racing gets it wrong, and they're the same jackasses who made the new F Zero that made me hate F Zero. It's like if you're behind, well, you're just done. There's no way you're coming back. You better stay in first the whole time and fight like hell, or you're just done. And that to me makes me hate racing games. There should always be the rubber band effect taking place within games. That's the one thing Nintendo has gotten right is the rubber band effect when it comes to Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart. I feel like Nintendo like perfected the kart racing formula, and everyone else has been trying to like replicate it, but they just can't quite get it right.
Sonic Racing is such. I mean, it's beautiful, but I think it's trash. I think graphic wise, the stages and everything, but I do at the end of the day think it's just absolute trash compared to Mario Kart. And I know the new Mario Kart's probably amazing, and I don't have a Switch too. Um, I may get one next year. It's not on my list right now. My list right now is to fix some of my to fix a couple of disk drives in my Xbox uh, systems and get a bigger hard drive in those things. So eventually, I will probably send those to your store and pay for your services to get that done, sir.
Yeah, we can get them fixed up.
Um, now, is there anything that you would like to give a shout out to, or anybody you would like to say yo to before we get up out of here for the night, sir?
Shout out again to PlayStation Ain't Dead Podcast. Sean, Will, James, Reggie, the Radical One. You guys are awesome. And yeah, if you haven't checked them out, definitely go check out their YouTube.
And then where can people find your store again and basically get these awesome and amazing deals where you can actually trade in your games toward new stuff?
Yes, you can. So you can use your store credit on anything in my store. I don't have any kind of restrictions, but you can find me at 234 South Lafayette Street in Shelby, and we're on Facebook, Next Level Games and Repairs, and also we're on Google under Next Level Games and Repairs.
And note that prices do vary depending upon where you are from. So if you're from the UK or Canada or wherever, shipping and pricing is vary and it's different. So always remember those type of things when you are negotiating a price to get your system fix or a controller. Or am I incorrect with that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me give a shout out also to the PlayStation Ain't Dead, to Ain't Dead Games with Sean the Man Powers. Ladies, he is still single. I don't know if I don't know the reason why he's basically taking a week off. I'm just assuming that he had some STDs that he's recovering from. Allegedly. No, he didn't have none of those problems. I'm just giving him the business. But yes, give a shout out to them. Follow them on Twitter. Uh, Also, or X. Follow Will Ain't Dead on X or Twitter as well. The Radical One Reggie, and of course LL Smooth at PlayStation Ain't Dead on Twitter/X. And as always, check us out when you can at Hunter Houston ESG games. Check out my music and the song that is very popular that is about Will and his amazing relationship, which is Emo Birthday. You can find that on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. That actually is a very popular song and is streaming quite well. So I was very surprised. So thank you, Will, for having an amazing song and it be streaming so well. Who knew that your amazing relationship would end up being an awesome song? So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Happy birthday to James, because it's his birthday
Oh,
today.
that's right. It was James's birthday today. I actually sent him a personal message, James the man, and he actually has a new video out for PlayStation games as well. That's correct. So, James, happy birthday, man. Hopefully, you got something good to eat. Now, is there let's stop this for a second. Is there a special place that you eat when you actually have your birthday? Because I actually like to be alone at a Mexican restaurant, and I know this sounds weird. I have a family, wife, kids, all this other stuff. But I like to go to the Mexican restaurant, eat alone by myself, and just eat alone and pretend like I'm the only person that exists. Is there a special meal you like to have, or a special place you like to go to for your birthday?
Not really. I just kind of like to chill. I'll probably get a pizza. Like get a pizza from somewhere with my birthday.
Okay, so what type of pizza?
And
Because again, it's your birthday, and everybody's a little differently when it comes to their birthday. Are you going to get like, okay, I'm getting certain toppings, or is there a certain like local pizza joint that you like that's only for there?
there's not a whole lot of local places around me. There's one right across the street of my store, Pleasant City, and they're all right. But I've got to kind of be in the mood for them because their pizza's a little different.
Now,
It'd
because you
probably
said
be
you
a chain pizza, just a regular cheese pizza, or if it's Pizza Hut, get stuffed crust.
All right, man. So when it's next time your birthday is, I don't even know your date of birth right now because I don't want anybody trying to take your information.
Huh.
But my whole thing is, man, go someplace and have like something amazing for pizza. Like right now, and I'm gonna bring them up. They're not sponsored us or anything like that. But if you want Chicago style pizza, I think it's Gigatos or Gigattis, um, Chicago style deep dish pizza. You can order. It's like $50 or like 100. And they give you like 4 or 5, and it's from their store, and it's actually Chicago's famous deep dish pizza. I would strongly recommend if you never had that order from them, and the way they send it to you, I mean, they wrap it, they ship it, and they make it. All you gotta do is heat it up. It is amazing. If I'm sounding like I'm a snob or like I ain't got no real money. I just save money in order to do these things to get like extra type of stuff. And if you're a pizza guy like me, look, I'm a fat. I love food, obviously. Um, I would recommend that to you. If you never had Chicago deep dish pizza, you're missing out. You have to have it at least once.
I want to try at some point. That's something that I've talked about, like an authentic Chicago style.
I will send that to you probably as soon as we get off the off the show. And if that's something that you want, you know, I strongly recommend it, man. You will love Chicago style pizza. It's amazing. Oh yeah. If you only like cheese pizza and you're vegetarian.
No, so I'm definitely not vegetarian, but my favorite kind of pizza is cheese pizza.
But dude, it's so good, man. And if you, I mean, I've only been to Chicago once, so I don't think I'm going back unless I get rich for some reason. But no, uh, it's definitely worth checking out, man. It's straight up good. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, aliens, whatever you identify in this wonderful, beautiful world, thank you as always. Chris, thank you for coming on again at such a short notice. Again, to the people who had emailed the show that said I did not give you a chance. Did you feel like you had a chance to speak this week, sir?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, because a lot of people, I received some emails saying that I was a little too short, and I had taken over control of the last episode where I kind of cut you off on constant basis. And I said, okay, I listened to the show, and I was a little bit quick on a few things, so I do apologize to you. And for those who emailed me, look, I don't normally take that kind of tone, so be nicer on your emails when you send emails about my bad behavior. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, aliens, whatever you identify in this wonderful, beautiful world, thank you as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Good night.